Hi everyone, thank you for listening to the Lidon Report. I'm Arving Gonzalez, and in this episode number 18, we're gonna talk about what happened yesterday, Monday 28th, in Lidon. And let's begin with the game in which Gigantes defeated Estrellas with a wide score 11-2, and in that game, Wester Rivas hit a three-run home run. He also got a double and a single. He was a triple shy of the cycle, and also Luis Liberato went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Tito Polo went 2 for 3 with 3 runs scores, also 1 RBI, and Henry Rutia got 2 hits in 4 at-bats for Gigantes, who had a really good performance not only for their hitters but also by their pitchers, which is a part of their game that is being like inconsistent in this season. Yesterday was Angel Sanchez who opened the game. He threw 3 innings and only allowed 1 run. And by Estrellas, who lost again, Edward Olivares went 2 for 2 with 2 doubles, 1 RBI, and 1 run scores. And again, the starting pitcher for Estrellas in this case, Oscar De La Cruz, didn't make it to the 4th inning. He only threw 3.2 innings, in which he allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 baseballs, and he didn't strike out anyone. And that was basically all for Estrellas. In another game, Águilas were playing against Toros in La Romana, the house of the Toros in Francisco Micheli Stadium, and Águilas did what they had been doing the whole season: great pitching and no huge offensive, but enough to win the games. And in this case, it was Carlos Martinez who threw 6 innings, only allowing 1 run, who was unearned, striking out 6 batters. And for Águilas in the hitting part, Anery Tavares went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 1 run scores. He's hitting 308. Right now, he's been part of the success for Águilas in the hitting aspect. Also, Ezequiel Duran got 3 hits in 4 at-bats. All of them were singles, 1 run score. And Wilmer Defoe went 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs. In the losing part for Toros, the starting pitcher was Nitro Piano, who didn't pitch bad. He was not supported by their defense, but by his team defense, and he threw 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs who were unearned, 1 base and balls, and 1 strikeouts, and only 4 hits for Toros, who now has lost 3 games in a row. And it was Vidal Brujan, Jesus Sanchez, and the catcher David Bañuelos who got a hit each one. And let's talk finally about the last game of yesterday, which was Licey versus Escogido. And for the first time in the season, Escogido won against Licey. It was a 4-0-1 win, with Christopher Molina throwing 4 scoreless innings for Escogido, striking out two batters. And, and for Escogido in the hitting aspect, Sandro Fabian got a couple of hits and scored a run. Also, Joseph Rosa got a double in 3 at bats, 1 run score. And Enrique Gonzalez got a couple of hits, 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. Escogido made 2 runs in the first inning against Licey pitcher Brody Corner, who didn't last too long, only 1.1 inning, 4 hits, 2 runs, who were earned 1 base on balls and 2 strikeouts. And for Licey, who only got 2 hits, one of them was for O'Neill Cruz, which made his debut last weekend, and he even hit a huge home run last Sunday against Gigantes. And also Mel Rojas Jr. got the other hit, 2 singles. That was the only thing that Licey Heroes could do against Escogido pitchers, and that's something that is getting better for Escogido, and specifically in this month of November, who is almost finishing. They have the second best ERA, but still the Heroes are underperforming or are not good enough to put the team in a position to win games. And let's see right now how the standing is. Águilas keep dominating with 27 wins and 11 losses. 2 games and a half away are Licey with 23 and 12. Then in the third place, Gigantes with 18 and 19. And in the fourth place, there's a tie between Estrellas and Toros, both at 15 and 22. 11 games and a half away from Águilas, and then Escogido in the last place with 12 and 24, but they are only 2 games and a half away from the fourth place. So anything or everything can happen in this last part of the tournament. And Águilas lowered their magic number to 2. So maybe could be tomorrow. The Águilas could clinch a spot in the playoffs with a win over Toros, and then Estrellas losing again against Gigantes. And some news: Escogido named Day Jaws after manager for the rest of the season. And Felipe Rojas Jr., who was the interim manager in the last couple of weeks, is back to his role of bench coach. And basically what happened with Jaws is he haven't gotten the permit from the National. He's an advisor for the Washington Nationals, and he haven't gotten the permit to manage England, and he finally got it yesterday, and that's why Escogido named their manager. Escogido, who made a transaction yesterday, they signed the infielder Nick Franklin. Franklin is been in the major leagues, or was in the major leagues from 2013 to 2018, playing with the Mariners, Rays, and with the Angels, also with the Brewers. And he was playing in 2022 in summer in the American Association with 2 teams. And also another news, Licey was talking about some integrations for the rest of the season, and let's talk a little bit about that. Let's say who keep adding names, and it's been like a lot of players. And yesterday they announced that Nomar Mazara, Francisco Mejia, Wander Suero, Álvaro Abreu, and Jorge Alfaro was in the National League Championship Series with the Padres. They are joining the team. They joined the team for this week, and it's a matter of time to see their debuts. So that's something to keep an eye on. Águilas announced that one of their starting pitchers, Osvaldo Vidal, is no longer with the team because the basically the signing was the end of last week, and that's basically the cause. Águilas with arguably the best pitching in the tournament, and Yuneski Maya again won the pitcher of the week in the latest votation, and in the hitting aspect it was Henry Rutia, who has been a really good signing by Gigantes since the last season. He was so outstanding in the playoff, I remember, and yeah, those are some of the news that have been happening. Also, Toros announced the signing of the American catcher Tony Walters, who has been with the Rockies in MLB, and last season was with the Dodgers, basically playing in AAA in Oklahoma City, and he played a couple of games only with the Dodgers this season. So that's some of the news that has been happening in the last 24 hours. So now let's see some of the leaderships in Bidon, and for that let's use one of my favorite websites for Lidon stats, which is baseballdata.com, and let's see the main leaders in the most important categories, like in batting average. Henry Rutia with 339 is leading with a considerable margin over Neuri Tavares, which is second. Then in homers, there are 5 guys with 4 homers. Michael Perez, who is not playing anymore in Lidom, Joenny Cespedes, Wendell Rijo, Rainer Nunez, and Kelvin Gutierrez. Each one has 4 homers. In RBIs, from Mauricio keeps leading with 25, and in second place there are 2 Gigantes players, Carlos Peguero and Kelvin Gutierrez, with 18 each one. Then in stolen bases, Tito Polo have 12, and with the pitching stats, Steven Moyers has 4 wins, tied with Carlos Martinez, who won his 4th game yesterday. Then in ERA, Yuneski Maya is dominating that department with 0.76, and in second place is Steven Moyers from Licey with 0.80. In strikeouts, Carlos Martinez keeps leading with 43, and finally in save, Richard Rodriguez have 10, one more than Jairo Asensio from Licey. Another thing that happened in the last day was Aristides Aquino, who was a report about him signing a contract to play in Japan with the Chunichi Dragons, and it was Joe Morosi who announced it last weekend. Um, that's a really interesting move by Aquino, who had a really good defensive season last year in 2022 with the Reds. He was one of 5 players to record at least 20 defensive runs saved in 2022, and playing fewer innings by the only the other 4 players. So let's see how it goes for him. And when things like that happens, that means that basically his time playing Lidon is over, because like Asian teams or from Japan or China, Taiwan, Korea doesn't used to let their players play in Lidon or any Caribbean league. So today they are gonna be the same opposing teams, but just switching the stadium. So at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:15 Eastern Time, Leones are facing Tigres in Quisqueya Stadium. Then at 6:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m., Gigantes versus Estrellas, and 6:30 p.m. also Eastern Time, Toros versus Águilas. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in another episode. Have a good one.